Hi everyone, this is Jing from Coffee Confessionals, and one of our subscribers had asked me about different coffee alternatives that are a little bit easier on the stomach, and this is actually a really exciting topic that I want to talk about because I myself in the past have suffered from acid reflux, GERD, certain stomach issues that when I'm having a lot of acidic producing foods will cause that. I'm going to talk about 3 different ways to make coffee slightly less acidic or to sort of balance it out, and also give you guys some different coffee alternatives. One is milk alternatives that can really help to balance out the coffee. So, you really want to look for alkaline producing foods. Our body is naturally at a 7.35 pH level, which is slightly more alkaline. So when you start having a lot of acidic foods and coffee, which is acidic, your body, your stomach can produce more acids and your body can become more acidic. So some ways to address that are having milk alternatives such as hemp milk, almond milk, and one of my favorites is actually coconut milk. And these are all foods that are more alkaline producing, and I actually love to get like a full fat coconut milk, and then you can make your own like coconut creamer out of it, which is really delicious. So the second thing that can help you with addressing the acidity levels in coffee is to look for a darker roast. So in general, a lighter roast will have a more acidic profile, and a darker roast will have more bitterness to it because it's roasted at a higher level or been in the roaster longer, so more of the acids have been sort of roasted out or evaporated. And that is really helpful as well. But I find that one of my really good alternatives that I enjoy is a cold brew. And the cold brew definitely has a more mellow acid level, and that is because of the extraction time and the temperature of the water extraction. So in general, like if you're extracting really quickly, you're gonna get a more acidic profile, where a longer extraction time, you're gonna get a little bit more of the bitterness profile. And with cold brew, you're using 1, cold water, and 2, you're using a longer extraction, usually 24 to 48 hours. So you're just having it kind of like sit in your, either in your French press or your toddy, and that's gonna be overnight, and that's gonna be like a very slow and cold water extraction. So these are 3 really quick tips for you to kind of help balance out the acidity levels in your coffee. And if it's not really bothering you too much, and you're a diehard coffee fan like I am, maybe just a slight adjustment can help. I'm also a fan and a proponent of just taking coffee out of your diet completely for just a couple of weeks or however long you need to kind of let your body rebalance itself, eat a lot more alkaline producing foods, have some green juices, and then once your body sort of accommodates, adjusts, and you get your gut nice and healthy, then you can slowly start to introduce coffee back in. So I'm gonna show you some really delicious coffee alternatives that I've actually, experienced myself when I, just get off the coffee diet for a little bit. So first up for your coffee alternatives is Ticino coffee. So Ticino coffee, I'll just read off some of the ingredients they have. It's carob, chicory, organic dandelion, dates, almonds, figs, and natural vanilla extract. This is a great coffee alternative because it has no caffeine, it's acid-free, and one of my favorite attributes of this is actually the ingredients that it has, which are prebiotic. And prebiotics basically are foods for probiotics. So your gut needs both a balance of prebiotics and probiotics to function correctly. So the prebiotic ingredients that they have in here are the dandelion greens and the chicory root. So this is really, really a nice alternative. And you can see this is some of the ingredients that you'll find when you open up the bag. And the taste is actually really, really similar to coffee. It's kind of earthy and nutty. Again, it's not the same as coffee, but if this is something that you want to try out, it's really, really healthy for your body, and it's gonna give you that same kind of good feeling and sort of a natural energy booster. And it's naturally sweet. So you actually don't even need to add any sugar to it. It's naturally sweet because of the date and the fig. You can just add your favorite milk or just drink it almost kind of like a tea. Second option that I have for you today is called MediDate coffee. And I was introduced to this through the Bohemian House of Chai in LA. And they just made me honestly the most delicious latte with it. Again, caffeine free. It's mainly made from date seeds and cardamom. So what you can do is just make it almost like a regular tea, or if you wanted to make it into a latte, you can add a little bit of foam milk, which I did here. You can use your milk alternative options that I showed you guys before. It is so good. It's not naturally sweet, so you can add a little bit of a sweetener. You can use like a monk fruit sweetener or a little bit of agave and honey if you like it. But what I find with this is that the cardamom really comes through. So the date seeds and the cardamom, but you really taste the cardamom in here. And it's really good for people with diabetes and high blood pressure, as labeled in the back. So here's another great option. Okay, so the third option as an alternative to coffee is from Saku tea, and they make these delicious wellness drink blends. So for example, this is a turmeric latte blend, and it has turmeric milk, turmeric coconut milk, organic orange peel, cardamom, black pepper, and sweet orange oil. It's delicious. There's also this beetroot latte, which I made for you guys, and it has beetroot, coconut milk, cinnamon, ginger, and also ashwagandha, one of my favorite healthy superfoods, which produces like a very calming effect on the body because it's a natural adaptogen. And here is the beetroot latte. See how beautiful the color is. And it's got a little bit of a natural sweetness to it, so you don't really have to add a lot more sweeteners to it. It's so good, so sweet and creamy, and this is just the perfect, morning or afternoon pick-me-up. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed learning about, how to reduce the acid in your coffee, different coffee alternatives, and a little bit about stomach acid. Okay, anyway, happy brewing.